In this video, we're being asked to solve for the value of x when x is equal to one side of a right angle triangle. To do that, we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, so the first thing we should do is write down the Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now, these values are a squared and b squared are the two lines that are not the hypotenuse. Okay, the hypotenuse is the line opposite the right angle. So A and B are the two lines that are not the line that is opposite the right angle. Okay, the right angle is opposite C, which is the hypotenuse. So the way the Pythagorean theorem is written is the two sides that are not the hypotenuse are both squared and added together are equal to the square of the hypotenuse. Okay, so we know that our triangle that we're dealing with lines up. The A and the A match, the B and the B match, and the C and the C match. Okay, so let's read our question. We know that A is equal to 6.3, B is equal to X, and that's what we're trying to find. Essentially, we're just trying to solve for B, okay? And we have C is equal to 15.4 for this triangle ABC. And we need to know what is X. Okay, so let's plug in these values. Okay, we have 6.3 squared plus our b, which is x, and that's going to be squared, is going to be equal to c, which is 15.4, also squared. Okay, so let's start by calculating or simplifying. We know that 6.3 squared is equal to 39.69. That's going to be added to x squared, which is x squared, and that's going to be equal to then 15.4 squared, which is 237.16. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to isolate our x and solve for it. Okay, so we need to know what the x is equal to, and that's what the question asks, right? So the first thing we're going to do is we need to move this 39.69 from the left-hand side to the right-hand side of our equation. So we need to do the opposite action. So here, this is a positive 39.69. So we're going to add a negative 39.69. And those two will cancel, but we need to do that on both sides of our equation. So we're adding a negative 39.69. Okay, so on the left-hand side of our equation, when we're going to simplify, this negative 39.69 plus 39.69 is just 0. So we're left with x squared, and that's going to be equal to 237.16 added to a negative 39.69, which is the same as saying 237.16 minus 39.69. And that's going to give us 197.47. And now we're going to take the square root of both sides. And that's going to be our final step to get this x just isolated as just an x, right? Because that's what we need. We don't care really what x squared is equal to. We need to know what x is equal to. Okay, so when we take the square root of this, we end up with x is equal to 14.05. Now, one thing I want to note here is we're looking for a value that can only be positive, right? We're just looking for the length of a line, right? This is not on a number line. This is not on a graph. We're just looking for the actual value of the length. So because of that, normally when we take a square root, our answer could be either positive or negative. But in this case, our answer has to be positive, right? Because it's a physical length of something. We can't have less than the length, okay? Which is what negative would mean. So the answer has to be positive. So we take the square root of both sides, and we end up with our value of x is equal to 14.05. And that's our answer. If you would like to learn how to quickly study for your GED exam online and get a new resume, then visit testprepskills.com.